आओ बच्चों तुम्हें दिखाएं झांकी हिंदुस्तान की। इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो, ये धरती है बलिदान की। जलियांवाला बाग ये देखो, यही चली थी गोलियां। ये मत पूछो किसने खेली यहाँ खून की होलियां। एक तरफ बंदूकें डांडा, एक तरफ थी टोलियां। मरने वाले बोल रहे थे इनकलाब की बोलियां। यहाँ लगा दी बहन ने बाजी अपनी जान की। इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो, ये धरती है बलिदान की। Good morning, everyone. Today, I, Akanksha Sharma, and with me, Govardhan Sharma, on behalf of student organization Techions, Lovely Professional University, welcome you all to this online mega event, Ekatra Bharat, which is a cultural event. Truly said that I had been seeing this world in black and white, and when brought face to face with India, experienced everything re-rendered in brilliant technicolor. तभी तो कहा जाता है एकत्र भारत. This event was inaugurated day before yesterday on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti by an incredible personality, none other than Kisan Babu Rao Hazare ji, also known as Anna Hazare ji. He truly appreciated the Ekatra Bharat initiative by Techions for the rejuvenation of the lost essence of the Indian culture. He said, रंग रूप बेश भाषा चाहे अनेक हो, हिंद देश के निवासी सभी जन एक हैं. And we all believe that yes, there is a unity in the diversity. Also, grace to the session was added by Honorable Chancellor, Lovely Professional University, Shri Ashok Mittal, Worthy Pro-Chancellor, Lovely Professional University, Madam Rashmi Mittal. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to discover yourself as the color of Cultural Fest unfolds. Telling you about this incredible initiative, Ekatra Bharat, by student organization Techions, is only focused to celebrate every culture, every tradition, every color of every state and union territories. So all the members of this organization are divided into 4 teams, Team A, Team B, Team C, and Team D. And all the 29 states and 9 union territories are divided among these teams. So on an average, each team got 8 or 9 states to represent. So bringing you this cultural show of Incredible India or Ekatra Bharat by the members of Techions. Now, I would like to welcome our today's guest of honor, Dr. Satyajit Hooda, Principal of Allen's Public School, Chhattisgarh. He has 7 papers published in international and national journals, achieved Guinness World Record at Italy. He is the recipient of many awards, like the Leader of Best School Management Practice by SCERT, New Delhi, Sarvapalli Dr. Radhakrishna Award, Education Ministry, Best Educationist Award by an Indian Solidarity Council, Delhi, and many more. So next, we have a well-qualified lady and a very graceful Dr. Meena Malik, Principal of CGI World School, Rajasthan, with an experience of more than 15 years in world of education. She has 2 papers published in international journal. She was also appointed as a member of affiliation committee in CBSE New Delhi, and her work was also appreciated by HRD Ministry, New Delhi. So welcome, ma'am. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. J. Mohammed, Senior Faculty, Funwood High School, Nagaland, with his eminent experience of 26 years in the field of teaching and with an enormous contribution to shape the future of this nation. So welcome, sir. With this, I would also like to welcome Ms. Deepa Mandral, Senior Faculty, Urmila Public School, Haryana. It's an honor to have you all among us. Now, I would like to welcome our judging panel, Ms. L. Tonthoi, Indian film actress, Manipur. She has established a career in Manipur films and is the recipient of several awards, including a National Film Award. She is disciplined, dedicated, and hardworking person. Her hard work and dedication were paid off when she received FAM's Best Actress Award of the Year for 2012. So welcome, ma'am. Now, I would also like to welcome Mr. Harish, Senior Faculty, Lovely Professional University, Punjab. So welcome, sir. Thank you all for coming and adding grace to this session. Now, from here, my co-host Govardhan Sharma will take over. Over to you, Govardhan.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आकांक्षा। और आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा, और इसी के साथ जो आपने शुरुआत में पंक्तियां कही उसमें कुछ पंक्तियां जोड़ना चाहूंगा। देखो मुल्क मराठों का यह, यहाँ शिवाजी डोला था, मुगलों की ताकत को जिसने तलवारों से तोला था। हर पर्वत पर आग लगी थी, हर पत्थर एक झोला था, बोली हर हर महादेव की, बच्चा बच्चा बोला था। वीर शिवाजी ने रख ली थी लाज हमारी शान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो यह धरती है बलिदान की। यह है अपना राजपुताना, नाज इसे तलवारों पे, इसने अपना जीवन काटा परशी तीर कटारों से। यह प्रताप का वतन पला है, आजादी के नारों पे, कूद पड़ी थी हजारों पद्मनियां अंगारों पे। बोल रही है कण कण में कुर्बानी राजस्थान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो यह धरती है बलिदान की। तो इसी के साथ मैं एकत्र भारत के पहले पड़ाव के अंतिम दिन की शुरुआत करता हूं। जैसा कि मैंने कल कहा कि भारत देश में अनेकता में ही एकता है, और हमारा भारत, अथवा यह हम कह सकते हैं कि हम अपने अनेक प्रकार के फूल हैं, बाग, जिसे हम भारत की संज्ञा देते हैं, वह तो एक ही है। भारत एक विशाल देश है, यहाँ अनेक धर्म जातियों के लोग रहते हैं। सनातन धर्म, वैदिक धर्म, बौद्ध धर्म, जैन धर्म आदि धर्म के यहाँ लोग रहते हैं। इस प्रकार यहाँ दीपों का पर्व भी है और वैसाखी का महोत्सव भी। इसी प्रकार यहाँ का हर प्रत्येक दिन एक त्योहार है, और मैं आशा करता हूं कि हमें देखने वाली युवा पीढ़ी हमारे इस इनिशिएटिव से प्रभावित हुई होगी और इनको हमारे देश की अलग अलग संस्कृति के बारे में जरूर पता चला होगा। और इसी के साथ मैं आगे का सफर अपने सहयोगी आकांक्षा पे छोड़ता हूँ। जी आकांक्षा।
बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने गोवर्धन। मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जहाँ छत्रपति शिवाजी और सम्राट अशोक जैसे राजा थे। मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जहाँ हर 50 मील पर रूप, पहनावा, मजहब बदल जाता है। मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया को पाया जाता है। मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जिसको अपने भूगोल से पहले इस ब्रह्मांड का भूगोल समझ आता है। So talking about the rules of the event. Participants, please listen carefully. All the participants are requested to be ready with their presentation and come forward when announced. Presentation to be of maximum 3 minutes. If the given time of the presentation exceeded, it will lead to the negative marking. Participants are required to turn on their cameras and mic while giving the presentation. Make sure that there is no background noise and good internet connectivity. So with this, we will start with our event. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready to board a flight. I welcome you on a board flight 410 Ekatra Bharat Airlines, and make sure you don't switch off your laptops and phone. We are about to take off to our first destination. Ladies and gentlemen, the Captain Abhishek has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, who will take us to explore captivating vistas of Haryana, nested in the Morni Hills, a paradise for bird watchers, a land of eternal Bhagavad Gita. Experience the majestic splendor of Pinjore Gardens. Yes, welcome to Haryana. Now, I request Abhishek to please come forward and take us to Haryana. Over to you, Abhishek.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Hello everyone, I Kumar Abhishek welcome you to the agricultural hub of India. I welcome you to Haryana. Well, as you know, Chandigarh is the capital of Haryana. That shows that it deals with technology also very well. Moving on to the next slide, we will review its past. Well, Haryana was also known as Brahmavarta, Aryavarta and Brahmopadesha. Well, this is the place where it is said that emergence of Lord Brahma was found. And yes, Kurukshetra, who can forget the land of historical battle of Mahabharata? Well, Haryana has always pleased all of us with its ancient beauty, be it the legendary Kurukshetra or the brave Panipat or the most beautiful Sheesh Mahal. All of those are worth visiting once. Well, the most favorite part of everybody, right? It's food. Well, Haryana is a state of foodies people, and so are the dishes. The delicacies serve the best health to you as well, be it the hara dhania cholia or the kadhai pakoda, be it the malpua or the bathwa raita. All of them are worth trying. And to the next slide, let us talk about the basic traditional culture. Yes, the famous traditional dance forms include Ghumar, Gangor, and Khoriya dance. Here, men wear dhoti kurtas, while women wear kurta and lehenga. Now, going on to the basic statistics of Haryana, well, the population of Haryana in 2020 was over 29 million, and the sex ratio in 2019 was 903 females every 1,000 males. The literacy rate was 76.64%, and it is increasing day by day. Well, talking about the COVID-19 status, 119K total number of cases were found, out of which 98,000 recovered and more than 1,000 have to lose their lives. Well, now, you will be really proud to know that Haryana was the first ever state in India to have 100% rural electrification. Sarovar of Mohmaya. According to the legends, Lord Brahma created the universe from this place. Well, Kingdom of Dreams. It is India's first live entertainment theater and leisure destination. And here, Commonwealth Games 2010. people, did you know that in the 2010 Commonwealth Games at Delhi, 22 out of 38 gold medals that India won was won by Haryana. At the last, let us bring some Haryanvi vibes, right? देशों में है देश हरियाणा जित दूध दही का खाना पहलवान है नौजवान यहाँ के भरा पड़ा है खजाना धरती उगले सोना इसकी यो से अपना हरियाणा जय हिंद जय भारत थैंक यू
Thank you, Abhishek, for taking us to the land where guests are treated equal to God. And yes, it was a journey worth experiencing. So now, I would like to call Miss Deepa Manral from Haryana. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Akansha.
So, ma'am, how was the presentation? Just give some feedback to it.
I think Abhishek, he has covered all the facts about Haryana, and I felt ecstatic after watching the presentation. And I think he just, he has told about the cultivation, about the championships. I think Haryana has emerged so much from the past few years. And it is very nice to remember all the facts about the state.
Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, ma'am. And ma'am, the first question coming up for you is that does the program like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao and Swachh Bharat help in changing the mentality of people in Haryana?
See, first of all, for this question, we need to understand why we need this slogan, but what the, circumstances that lead to need of this. I think the lower sex ratio, lower literacy rates in females, and much more female feticides. These are the cases which lead us to initiate this type of slogan. But yes, I think it has changed a little. But I don't think so much improvement has been seen because the cases are still the same, and our government has spent millions of rupees, on this campaign, which is just meant to change the mentality and attitude of the people. But it has been changed, but not in a fully and large scale.
Truly said, ma'am. And we hope that the situation changes to a better and we make the Haryana a better place to live. So, ma'am, second question which I would like to ask you, have you witnessed any case of gender discrimination in Haryana so far?
Not personally. I personally didn't feel any kind of gender discrimination. But yet some kind of male dominance is there, but I don't think so. It is only in Haryana. I think it is in our whole India. We have to change this mentality. But I don't feel personally any kind of discrimination over there.
True, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Thank you, ma'am, for adding grace to this session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Akansha. Thank you, Team Tachyons.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as the tagline says, Emerald, Blue, and You. And this stands extremely true to its words for a calm, serene, and relaxed holiday with your loved ones. These Indian Coral Islands are the perfect destination for you. So now, I would like to call Bhupender Singh Manral to please come forward and take us to Andaman and Nicobar. Over to you.
अंडमान और निकोबार द्वीपपुंज स्वागत है। अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड्स में आपका स्वागत है। अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड्स आर द यूनियन टेरिटरी ऑफ इंडिया consisting of two groups of islands at the southern edge of the Bay of Bengal. The Andaman comprises of more than 300 islands. North, middle, south, collectively known as the Great Andaman, are the main islands. The climate here is tropical, but it is moderated by sea breezes. Bengali is the most spoken language in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The great majority of the area of islands is covered with dense tropical forest, which supports a broad spectrum of flora and fauna. So coming to the tourism, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are popular for their beaches and water sports like scuba diving. But you can see many historical places also like Port Blair, Rose Island, etc. Coming next to my favorite part, food. Being a group of islands, Andaman is a paradise for seafood lovers. From cuttlefish, crabs, lobsters, prawn to all-time favorite red snapper. You can taste a variety of seafoods on these islands. You will also find a variety of South Indian, Bengali, Kerala, and Andhra cuisine here. Many cafes in Andaman also offer plenty of North Indian food varieties like naan, parathas, Mughlai dishes. Now coming to traditional clothes. Some tribe of the island still stay naked and move around. They are untouched from the outside world. Their life is a mystery. A lot of changes have been seen in the island and their lifestyle as they now wear modern clothes like kurta, dhoti, saris, t-shirts, etc. Talking about the dance form, Nikobari dance is one of the most important and oldest traditional dances of Andaman and Nicobar. It is practiced by Nikobari tribe. You can see and witness the Nikobari dance during the Pig Festival. So, talking about economy and revenue, the major source of the income of the island is agriculture, forestry, fishing, tourism, and manufacturing. Apart from it, the rise of economy can be easily seen through the graph that I have represented in the screen. Unfortunately, the growth is limited because of the dense nature. So now coming to the health facilities and COVID status. Basic health care is offered free of charge to the residents of the island services provided by hospitals in the more densely populated areas by community and primary health cares. COVID cases are 3,858, recovered cases are 3,631, and the deaths are 53. Let's check some interesting facts and fun points. Commercial fishing is banned in the surrounding seas. Andaman has Asia's only active volcano. It's illegal to interact with Jarwa tribals. Andaman's name has its origin in the Ramayana. The islands were an active war zone during the World War II. Andaman is a home to the largest crabs in the world. With this, I want to end my presentation on this hidden gem of India, Mera Bharat Mahan.
Thank you for this amazing presentation. With this, moving ahead to the land जिसके दामन में फैली है हिम्मत, जाबाजी और दिलेरी की दास्तां, जिसके आंचल में सिमटी है प्रेम, भक्ति और त्याग की कहानियां, जिसकी मिट्टी में इबादत की कई रंग बसते हैं, जिसके रक्त से पांव मचलते हैं, जिसके हाथों के हुनर का ना कोई सानी है, जिसकी मेहमान नवाजी की दुनिया दीवानी है, इचलाती मूंछों और पगड़ियों की आन हूं, चुनरी और लहरियों की शान हूं, हाँ मैं राजस्थान हूं. So now requesting Vignesh to please come forward and take us to the land of the sun and land of warriors and royalty. Over to you, Vignesh.
कोरोना के चपेट में आहत हूं, किंतु मैं आशीर्वाद हूं. मैं राजस्थान हूं. From the sands of the Tar to the glory of Rajputs, Rajasthan are those who never loses their charm. Welcome to Rajasthan. Rajasthan is a state which is bordered by 5 other states: Punjab to north, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh to northeast, Madhya Pradesh to southeast, and Gujarat to southwest. Welcome you all to Rajasthan. Now let us talk about the history of the Rajasthan. The state of Rajasthan in India has a history dating thousands of years. It was the site of Indus Valley civilization. And you know, Rajasthan saw many rises of the kings during the medieval period. So this is called as the land of the kings. When we think about this, we think, what are there? Historical places present in Rajasthan. Yes, the historical places of Rajasthan, here you can see them. These are few historical places in Rajasthan. Rajasthan is famous for its beautiful Havelis, its forts, and these are most important historical places in Rajasthan. And this, especially when we think about the historical places and we see what are the dress forms, right? Yes, the traditional outfits of Rajasthani men, dhoti, paijama, and pagri. Pagri is one of the most important part in men's attire because it describes their economical status. And women wear gagra, kurta, and paijama. And when we think what is their dance forms, we definitely think after they dress, right? Here, you can see the traditional dance forms of Rajasthan. Rajasthan has many dance forms like Gomar, Babi dance, and Kabeli dance. Here you can see the virtual experience of the dance forms. Look at their elegance, look at their grace, look at their body movements, expressions, whatnot. You just fall in love with the dance forms, right? See the coordination. I just fall in love with the dance forms. And now I just see my mouth started watering. The Rajasthani food, it is like royalty is present in the food. My heart just craves for the Rajasthani food. See, the food is being influenced by warlike lifestyle, but the food makes my heart happy, my stomach happy, and my brain happy, and my feast to my eyes. And now let us talk about the revenue status. It stands in the 8th place with 10 lakhs, 0.2 lakh crores, and it has a literacy rate of 67.1%. And the COVID status. India is hit hard by the COVID, right? Even Rajasthan, but it has a very good recovery rate and the government has worked on it very well. And it has 184 hospitals in which both the private and the government hospitals played a major role. And let me say why you should visit Rajasthan. You would definitely love Rajasthan. Rajasthan is the home to the Indians' oldest mountain range, the Aravalli Range. The Luni River is the only saline river that passes through the Thar Desert and 36 kilometers long wall after the Great Wall of China. I definitely say that when you visit Rajasthan, you definitely feel like visiting your home, your people, your love, whatnot. You can find everything in Rajasthan. That is why I say you to visit Rajasthan, enjoy its beauty. Thank you.
Thank you, Vignesh. Very well you mentioned in the beginning of your presentation. Indeed, जिसके धैर्य को वक्त बार बार आजमाता है, कभी युद्ध, कभी अकाल, कभी महामारी का खौफ से डराता है, मगर इसे तो आदत है कुदरत के इम्तिहानों की और इसकी फितरत में है हर बार जीत जाने की. हर दिल में उसी जीत का अरमान हूँ. मैं राजस्थान हूँ. Now, I would like to call Dr. Meena Malik from Rajasthan. First of all, welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Akanksha ma'am.
So, ma'am, how was this virtual experience of Rajasthan? Did you like it?
Yeah, very well. It's very good. As Vignesh explained, every part is very well. It's very good.
So,
When
ma'am,
you come to Rajasthan, you like it's your own home. You didn't feel like you come to other states. You like that it's your home.
true, ma'am. Indeed, it is said, "Padharo mare desh," as the tagline
It's
says.
true. Yes, true.
So, ma'am, any tourist places in Rajasthan, according to you, you love the most?
Basically, now this time I belong from Bharatpur. So Bharatpur is a big bird sanctuary in the world. So famous tourist place for me is Bharatpur, first of all. And second one is Jaipur as a pink city. And
Yeah.
third one is Jodhpur as a Neeli Nagari, known as the Neeli Nagari. When you see it's about a in front of you look like pink city Jaipur, you look Jodhpur as a Neeli Nagari. Then Jaisalmer. When you think about the Rajasthan, comes to your mind Registan. So when you go to Jaisalmer, everywhere is sand. And last in my mind is Udaipur, Jhilo ka sheher. So
Yeah.
5 destination place for me. The biggest fan I am for this.
True, ma'am. So, ma'am, what would you like to tell us about this initiative that the student organization Techions have taken, like Ekatra Bharat, to tell everyone about, lost culture of India? So, ma'am, please share something with us. How do you feel about this initiative?
First of all, I congratulate to team Tecons. I think you do like this also. The team
Yeah.
doing very good and congratulate to all the team, LPO team also. You are doing very well and you are do something for your youth also. So congratulate to all of you and maybe other youth persons are also motivated from you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, well, congratulations for your achievement, ma'am. It's such an honor to have you here today at this platform. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all of you. Thank you so much.
So with this, mountain state, taking you to the mountain state with spectacular snowy peaks and tall pine forest, plunging river valleys. Every pass crossing into a new valley brings you into a different world with its own culture, deity, and language. Not only blessed with its mesmerizing beauty, but its culture is as diverse as its history is rich. Yes, I am talking about Himachal Pradesh. Now, I would like to request Vikas to please come forward and start representing Himachal Pradesh. Over to you, Vikas.
से लड़िया कुछ पे लड़िया लाई बंजारा लाई दे ढोला bangadiya. A fresh good morning to all of you. My name is Vikas Singh, and today I am your tourist guide who take you to the sensible and untouchable tour of Himachal Pradesh. On November 1, 1956, Himachal Pradesh became the Union Territory. On 25 January 1971, Himachal Pradesh became the 18th state of Indian Union with Dr. Yashwant Singh Parmar as its first chief minister. Himachal Pradesh is also known as Devbhumi because of the large number of historical temples in the state. Himachal Pradesh having 12 districts, and let's talk about the history of Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh. The old name of Himachal Pradesh is Havel Pickard Enterprises. It has been changed in 1 November 2015 to Himachal Pradesh. Acharya Dawakar Dutt Sharma, who named Himachal Pradesh. Let's take you to the historical places of Himachal Pradesh. Hidimba Devi Temple. It is a cave temple dedicated to Hidimba Devi, Nagar Castle. The old mansion is made up of wood and stones. Nupur Fort. Built in 10th century, it is mostly ruined after being destroyed by the Britishers' Prasarisi Temple. This temple has been made after epic Mahabharat. Let's take it to the traditional clothes and food of Himachal Pradesh. Dham. Himachali believe that no festival is complete without eating dham, mitta, sweet dish of Himachal Pradesh. Kullu dried fish. Kullu dried fish is famous in Kullu region. It is also comes in non-veg category. Let's talk about traditional clothes and dance form of Himachal Pradesh. Traditional clothes. The name of the cloth is gadis. The peoples also believe that their clothes also reflect their cultures, and that's the reason they wear these dresses on marriages as well as on festivals. Traditional dance form, Nati. Nati is a famous folk dance of Himachal Pradesh. It is also been listed in Guinness World Book Record. Let's take you to the revenue status. Revenue status of Himachal Pradesh is $20.13 billion, but it has been declined 90% due to pandemic. Hospital status of Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh is having 2,058 sub-centers, 156 primary health centers, and 540 primary health hospitals. Let's talk about the literacy rate of Himachal Pradesh. 86.78% is the literacy rate of Himachal Pradesh. COVID-19 status, 15,000 plus total cases, recovery cases are 12,000, and the deaths are 159. Let's talk about the fun and facts about the Himachal Pradesh, why you should visit Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh also known as for their smoke-less corruption zone, less smokeless, and Himachal Pradesh also believes in women empowerment. That's the reason women rule Himachal Pradesh. And also highest pitch of the world in Himachal Pradesh. I'm going to end this in a Himachali way. Thank you. Dhanyavad ji to Sara.
Thank you, Vikas. Truly, Himachal Pradesh never stops to amaze you, intrigue you with its rich culture, art, and heritage. A one-of-a-kind experience visiting Himachal Pradesh fills the mind and the soul with unforgettable memories. So do visit this another paradise on earth. So now, from now onwards, my co-host Govardhan Sharma will take over. Over to you, Govardhan.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आकांक्षा. चलिए अब हम आपको ले चलते हैं भारत के 10वें सबसे बड़े राज्य छत्तीसगढ़ में. यह वह राज्य है जो फसल के उत्पादन में नंबर 1 की श्रेणी में आता है और इसे धान का कटोरा भी कहा जाता है. और अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा धानवी को कि वो आए और हमें छत्तीसगढ़ की सैर करवाएं.
सर्व मंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी Narayani Namastute. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today, I, Dhanvi Bhardwaj, welcome you all to the land of forts, Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh is the east central state of India, bounded by Orissa, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Uttar Pradesh. Its capital is Raipur, and its area is 52,199 square miles. Due to its famous and beautiful 36 forts, it is known as Chhattisgarh. Now, every state has its own history, so let's go back and talk about this state too. In ancient time, this region was known as Dakshina Khosla and also mentioned in Ramayana and Mahabharata. It came under Maratha rule and British rule as the Chhattisgarh division of central provinces. This state was carved out of Madhya Pradesh on 1st of November 2000 with 5 division and 28 district, with one of the new district as Gorilla Pendra Marwahi with effect from 10th of February 2020. Now, let's move forward to see some beautiful and historical places in Chhattisgarh which you all must visit. Bastar Palace, Kanker Palace, Bhoramdev Temple, Palace Kawardha, Lakshman Temple, Mahamaya Temple, Devrani Jethani Temple, Kutumsar Caves and Kailash Gufa, Gadia Mountain and Ratanpur Fort. Now let's come to my favorite part, that is food. And let me tell you that if you are a foodie like me, then you must watch this slide and I'm sure that you definitely like it. In the menu of Chhattisgarh, we have muthia, which are the dumplings. Amat is considered as the sambar. Likewise, we have bhajia, sabudana ki khichdi, bara, fara, tilgur, khurma, bafauri, and dubki curry as well. Let's go to the traditions of Chhattisgarh. In this region, women like to wear Kuchura style sari, which are of knee length, and men like to wear dhotis and headgears. Panthi is the most famous and important forms of folk dance in this region. It is estimated that the current GDP of Chhattisgarh has reached to 3.62 lakh crore rupees, and literacy rate has shown an upward trend of 70.28%. The COVID status of Chhattisgarh is 90,000 and above total confirmed cases, 38,000 and above total active cases, 52,000 and above total recovered cases, and total deaths are 718. And now, if you want to know more about Chhattisgarh, so come with me and I'll tell you about the most amazing facts. And you will be surprised to know that Chhattisgarh is known as Dhan Ka Katora, which means rice bowl of India. India's biggest waterfall, Chitrakoot waterfall, is also situated there, which is also known as Niagara Falls of India. Chhattisgarh is an important Buddhist center from 6th to 10th century AD. And by concluding my presentation, I want to say that itni si baat hawaon ko bataye rakhna, roshni hogi chiragon ko jalaye rakhna. लहू देकर की जिसकी हिफाजत हमने, ऐसे तिरंगे को सदा अपनी आंखों में बसाए रखना. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.
छत्तीसगढ़ के बारे में एक रोचक तथ्य ये भी है कि इसके मंदिर में चित्रकला और मूर्तिकला के विशिष्ट हैं. मान्यता ये भी है कि कबीर धाम जिले में के भैरवदेव मंदिर 11वीं शताब्दी में नागवंशी राजाओं ने द्वारा निर्मित करवाया गया था. अपनी श्रृंगारिक और कामुक मूर्तियों के कारण इसे छत्तीसगढ़ का खजुराहो भी कहा जाता है. सो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दानवी, हमें छत्तीसगढ़ की सैर करवाने के लिए.
Now, I would like to call and welcome Dr. Satyajit Hooda. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, first of all, welcome. And sir, big congratulations to you for your such big achievements, and you are the recipient of so many awards. So congratulations to you for your well-deserved success. So sir, tell us something about Chhattisgarh. How was the presentation and did you like it?
Oh, it's amazing, beautiful. And I'm giving thanks to Dhanavi, the inhabitant of this state. She has represented so beautifully about this state. Really, it is awesome. And really thanks to the guide who has prepared her and Team Tachyons after all in the spotlight of today.
True, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So now, sir, talking about Chhattisgarh, do you think that the development speed in your state is satisfied?
My dear Janani Janmabhumischa Saragadapi Gariyashi means the Chhattisgarh idol, if you will keep in the center of the country, my dear child has already expressed that 7 states surrounded it, and with this great bowl of rice, who has given near about, can you imagine, 20,000 of varieties of rice we are producing in our country. In the time of morning, if you will come to my state, you will rum-jhum dancing with the natural beauty and diversity, the cultural depth of the state. It is amazing. You know, the whole state is surrounded by tribal belts. the sweet papering of this babui, and the wild buffalo is running in everywhere. And the child has already expressed about all these things. The Chhattisgarh, which is standing just like the mother idol, and we are calling it as Chhattisgarhi Mai, which endowed with rich cultural heritage and attractive natural diversity, where the rhythm of tribal peoples you can get. But you know, one thing is very important. Some of my tribal people, among them you can say Sonar, Damu, Bhil, Mina, their numbers are going to be reduced up to 1,000 only in number. Can you imagine? We have to save them. We have to save our culture. And what questions you are giving to me, it's really very, very interesting that what you have told about the development. Development bipolar system, you know, where the socio-political and economical spectrum is reflecting. So the state is slowly and gradually merging because we have got our separate state identity in 2000.
True.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Any other queries from your side?
Well, sir, Chhattisgarh is, full of surprises, and you presented so many amazing facts about Chhattisgarh.
Yeah,
so thank you for that. And sir,
you can see, if you will come to Chhattisgarh, not only the natural beauty, the extraordinary thing also you are able to see. My Kailas, a cave. This come to this Kailas cave. These caves are near about, they are the second longest cave in the whole world.
Wow.
We have a natural spongy land. That is Aljila, the name of the river bank. We have the special, Satadhara Fall. At a time you can see that 100 numbers of falls are coming down. There is Tintin stone where you can get the sound of the bell. It is coming from the stone. This is our Chhattisgarh.
True, sir. So, sir, next question, which I want to know from you is: does Western culture created any impact on Chhattisgarh, according to you?
No, not at all, my dear. Because we have very deep-rooted culture and civilization in Chhattisgarh. We are tribals.
Yeah, true.
Amar Chhattisgarhi. We are Chhattisgarhi. We have near about 72 dialects. 70 to 72 dialects. Can you imagine? We have only 2 crores of people, 90 languages, and it is a state. So in this state, we are very deep-rooted in our culture, in our heritage. And of course, as per the sayings or essence of our great educationist APJ Abdul Kalam, he has given us mantra that we have to collaborate with these deep-rooted cultures, the sky-touching ambitions, and we have to most welcome to the technology of the Western country with our Vedic and deep-rooted culture. We will blend it. No problem at all.
Very well said, sir. Sir, it feels so good to see that, Chhattisgarh has maintained its traditional culture and there is no such need of rejuvenating the traditional culture. So I think if there is some Western impact, I think this Ekatra Bharat initiative will...
Yeah, definitely. We are doing welcome. Shok, Hoon, Pathan, everybody we are welcoming. No problem. Everybody we are welcoming because we are naturally acceptors to everyone.
Again, saying Chhattisgarh full of surprises, and you too, sir. It was nice talking to you, sir.
And we are saying Chhattisgarh just like our goddess Durga, Tanghi Durga, Dasha Praharana Dharini, Kamala Dala Viharini, Bani Vidya Daini Namamitam, Namami, Kamalam, Amalam, Otulang, Sujalang, Shupalang, Matar, Bande Mataram, Bande Mataram.
Wow, sir. Amazing, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing all these amazing facts of Chhattisgarh with us today. Thank you, sir, for joining us and adding grace to this session. Thank you, sir. It's really an honor to have you here at this platform. Thank you,
Akanksha. Thank you, Akanksha. You are really very decent anchor. And in front of you, all educationists, automatically the stream of knowledge will get the flow.
True. True, sir. Sir, it's my honor. True, sir. Thank you so much, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, everyone. Now I request Govardhan to take it from here. Over to you, Govardhan.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आकांक्षा। चलिए अब हम आपको ले चलते हैं एक ऐसे राज्य में जिसे देश का सबसे पुराना हिंदू मंदिर है, एक ऐसे राज्य में जहां सिखों के 10वें गुरु श्री गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी ने जन्म लिया, एक ऐसे राज्य में जो वैदिक काल में व्यापार और संस्कृति का केंद्र रहा है, एक ऐसे राज्य में जिसे ज्ञान का केंद्र कहा जाता है, और एक ऐसे राज्य में जिसे IAS बनाने की फैक्ट्री कहा जाता है। जी हाँ, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ बिहार के बारे में। और अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा साजिद को कि वो आए और हमें बिहार की सैर करवाएं।
शम्माए वतन की लहू पर जब कुर्बान पतंगा हो, होठों पे गंगा हो और हाथों में तिरंगा हो। Among all the Indian states, Bihar is the most intimately linked to the Buddha's life, resulting in a trail of pilgrimage which have came to be known as Buddha's circuit. With this, I, Sajid, welcome you all in the journey to Bihar. The word Bihar has been derived from a Sanskrit word Vihara, which means ado. First of all, let's talk about the geographical location of Bihar. It is situated in eastern part of India and bounded by Nepal to the north and northeast Indian states of West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh to the west. Now let's move towards the history of Bihar. Its history is one of the most varied in India. Bihar consists of 3 distinct regions, each has its own distinct history and culture, namely Magad, Maithili, and Bhojpur. Regions of Bihar such as Magad, Maithili, and Agna are mentioned in religious texts and epics of ancient Bihar. As we are talking about Bihar, let's not forget about the taste. Litti Chokha, this one dish, has become the face of Bihari cuisine, though Bihar has many dishes which is well known across the nation, such as Chana Gugni, Mutton Kebab, Kesar Peda, and many more. Moving towards the ancient places of Bihar. Nalanda University, the famous among all, it is known as one of the oldest universities in the world. It is situated in Nalanda district, close to the capital, Patna. Mahatma Gandhi Setu, Vaishali, Golghar, Rajgir, and of course, Bodh Gaya are its peak of attraction. At last but not the least, the heritage and culture of Bihar. Some of the traditional clothes in Bihar are silk sari for women and sherwani and kurta for men. Dances such as Sohan, Khilanwa dance, Dhom Kach, Fagwa, and others are very famous in Bihar. Jumping to the final report, which is stats and graph representation of Bihar. As per the census 2020 and 2021, the GDP of Bihar is 6.86 lakh crore, which is about $96 billion US. It is quite less as compared to the other states of the nation. The education policy is not very good enough in Bihar, resulting a very less literacy rate of about only 70.9%. But I must tell you that the people of Bihar are very hardworking and achieve success in every field. In this current scenario, ignoring COVID news will not be fair. The confirmed total cases of COVID-19 in Bihar is 1,74,266, in which total recovered is about 1,59,700, and total deaths confirmed are 878. Did you know that the world's longest free Wi-Fi zone is in Patna, ranging about 20 kilometers? World's oldest university, Nalanda University, is situated in Nalanda, Bihar. India's first president, Shri Rajendra Prasad, was born in Bihar. And at last, the proud moment of all Biharis is that most number of IAS and IPS are from Bihar. Thanks a lot. Then Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
बिल्कुल सही कहा साजिद आपने। बिहार में पर्यटकों के लिए बहुत कुछ है। शेरशाह सूरी और मानेर शरीफ की मकबरा बिहार में ही है। यहाँ आपको मुगल वास्तुकला का बेहतरीन नमूना दिखेगा, साथ ही बोधि वृक्ष भी दिखेगा, इसके नीचे तपस्या करके गौतम बुद्ध बने थे। तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद साजिद आज हमें बिहार के बारे में बताने के लिए। अब मैं आपको ले चलता हूँ एक ऐसे राज्य में जिसका उल्लेख महाभारत एवं पुराणों में भी मिलता है। जी हाँ, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ त्रिपुरा के बारे में। त्रिपुरा के शासकों को मुगल बंगाल के शासकों के आक्रमण का काफी बार सामना करना पड़ा। 19वीं शताब्दी के महाराजा वीरचंद्र किशोर के शासनकाल में त्रिपुरा के एक नए युग का सूत्रपात हुआ। इसके उत्तराधिकारियों को 15 अक्टूबर 1949 तक त्रिपुरा का राज्य किया। देश की स्वतंत्रता के बाद त्रिपुरा को एक राज्य बनाया गया। राज्य पुणे गठन अधिनियम के तहत इसे संघ शासी देश क्षेत्र घोषित किया गया। 21 जनवरी 1972 को इसे राज्य का दर्जा दिया गया। सो अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा शिवानी को कि वो आए हमें त्रिपुरा की सैर करवाएं।
Tripura, where culture meets nature, also known as Hill Tipera. Today I am here to present state Tripura. Tripura is the hilly state in northeast India. Out of 28 states, Tripura is the second smallest state, having Agartala as a capital. It is a dream destination for nature lovers and part of Seven Sisters in India. Now moving on to history, this state has long history. The last ruler of princely state of Tripura was Kirat Bikram Kishore Manikya Bahadur Devaram, who reigned from 1947 to 1949 Agartala, after which the kingdom merged with India. Tripura officially became part of India on 15th October 1949. Now let's explore historical places. There are many historical places to visit in Tripura, and here are some of them. Tripura State Museum, also called Ujjanta Palace, built in 1970 and has a large collection of artifacts. Neer Mahal Water Palace, situated in middle of Rudrasagar Lake. Bhubaneswari Temple reflects the Chachla style architecture of Bengal. All the cuisines of Tripura are delish, and here are some of them. Mui Borok, it's a traditional cuisine. Chok, which is a beer. Mozendig Sarma, which is a tangy tomato chutney. Wahan Mozendig, which is a pork dish. Now moving on to the traditional clothing of Tripura. For men, there is Rukutu Gamcha and Kubai, and for women, there is Rinai and Riza, which is a short cloth. Now let's see the culture. Moving on to the culture, music and dances are integral part of tribal people of Tripura. The main folk dances of Tripura are Hosagiri dance of Riyanj community, Garya dance of Tripuri community, Bangla dance of Garuk community, etc. Now we have the current status of the state. Tripura is the most literate state in India, having healthcare system divided into primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare centers, having primary healthcare centers as the most. Looking for COVID-19 status, total cases are 24,130, recovered are 17,487, deaths are 265. Now let's see some fun and facts about the state. It is connected to rest of the India with just one major highway, that is NH44. Rice is the major crop of Tripura. Neer Mahal is the only water palace in northeast India floating on Rudrasagar Lake. That's it from my side. It's a very beautiful state. Everyone should visit it. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद शिवानी हमें घुमाने के लिए। अब मैं आगे का सफर अपने सहयोगी आकांक्षा पे छोड़ता हूँ।
Thank you so much, Govardhan. So, ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while, you come across a place that stuns you with its beauty and gives you a brand new perspective and breaks the shackles of misconception that holds you back. Yes, you heard it right. It's a life-changing journey. Floating in the clouds will take you in a state of euphoria. It will make you breathless, not just because of its landscape, but because of beautiful people that inhabits this state. It is a state of peace-loving and ever-smiling people like you and I who welcome you to their homes and lives. Yes, you guessed it right. It's Manipur, the jewel of India. So now requesting Divya to please come forward and take us to Manipur. Over to you, Divya.
Jewelry is the exclamation point of girl's outfit. Now you must be wondering, why am I speaking about jewelry? So stop your thoughts and let me tell you that today we are going for a virtual tour to the jewel state of India, Manipur. Hello, Khurum Jari. I am Divya and today I am going to represent the beautiful state of Manipur. Manipur is a beautiful northeastern state of India, boast of a rich culture. It is known as the Jewel of India. The name Manipur means land of gems. The total number of districts in Manipur is 16. We know India is quite famous for its history. So let us go back and talk about the origin of Manipur. Manipur became a princely state under the British rule in 1891, the last of the independent states to be incorporated into the British India. During the Second World War, Manipur was the scene of battles between the Japanese and the Allied forces. It was made a Union territory in 1956 and a full-fledged state in 1972. Muhammad Alimuddin became the first chief minister in 1972 of the state of Manipur. Coming to the historical places of Manipur, some of the historical places are Shahid Minar, War Cemetery, Kangala, and Red Hill, in which Red Hill is the spot where a fierce battle took place between the British and the Japanese forces in World War II. Food of Manipur is considered to be very healthy. Coming to the principal food of Manipur, some of the foods are rice, fish, and vegetables. Most of the people are non-vegetarian. Main drink is Sikhmai. Some of the popular dishes are Aramba, Chamthong, Singju, and Paknam. Traditionally, Manipur costumes for women include a shawl or dupatta and an inafi and a skirt called fanak, which is wrapped around the chest. Manipur is a mosaic of Asian culture. In the field of culture, Manipur is best represented by its classical and folk dance forms such as Manipuri Krishna Leela. Coming to the revenue status and literary status of Manipur, N. Biren Singh, who leads the coalition government in Manipur on Wednesday, said that the state government has collected Rs 831 crore as revenue in the current financial year. The revenue target for the next financial year is Rs 948 crore. The chief minister said his government was focusing on development projects and is all for balanced development of both the hills and valleys. Some of the fun facts about Manipur are, the first ruler of Manipur was Ningthong Kangkha, who started his reign in AD. Manipur means the land of gems. It was also called the Jewel of India by the former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Asian manure dates back to BC. At that time, Manipur included the areas of Nagaland, Assam, and Mizoram. The sport polo originated in Manipur. The game was later adopted by the Britishers and was made popular in the West. I hereby leave you with the beautiful memories of Manipur. Thank you for accompanying me to the journey. Yamna Thagachari.
Thank you, Divya, for taking us to the gateway to Southeast Asia. Indeed, it was a piece of paradise. Now, I request Ms. El Kanthoi to please come forward and add grace to this session. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Akanksha.
First of all, welcome, ma'am. It's such a privilege to have you here today at this platform. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
It's breaking, I think.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you
all
hear
right,
me?
ma'am. Yeah. Perfectly, ma'am. So, ma'am, first of all, welcome. And it's such a privilege to have you here at this platform. So, ma'am, how was the Manipur presentation?
It was amazing, I think, because one Manipuri is presenting, so I can believe that how beautifully she present.
So, ma'am, please tell us something more about Manipur.
Actually, Manipur is a beautiful place, I would say, because
yes,
I'm from Manipur and
truly a paradise.
Everyone should visit someday to see how beautiful is Manipur.
Indeed, ma'am. After the situation gets better, we will try to visit the Manipur, all of us. And ma'am, what would you like to say about this initiative Ekatra Bharat that this student organization Tachyons has taken?
Congratulations, Tachyons. And it's a big initiative you're taking up. Your team has taken up.
Yeah.
So I think I would like to congratulate all the team members.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I can hear you perfectly. I heard that your health is not well, and you yesterday only returned from the hospital. So, ma'am, please take rest. We wish you all the very best, and you're doing great. And I hope that we will see you in upcoming very good movies. So, all the best for your future endeavors, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And all the best for your health also. Take care. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so now taking you to the island of dreams. Yes, Lakshadweep. Though the name Lakshadweep means 100 islands, but there are only 36 islands known for its serene beauty and bliss. The rich diversity of underwater life, these islands seems to exist in a parallel universe, and the beauty knows no bounds. One must explore this to appreciate what nature has given us. So calling Abhijit to please come forward and take us to Lakshadweep.
Namaskaram, Ellavarkum Swagatham. Lakshadweep Island is one of the 7 union territories of India. It is located in Arabian Sea of Kerala coast. Lakshadweep, the group of 36 islands, is known for its exotic and sun-kissed beaches and lush green landscape. India's smallest union territory, Lakshadweep is an archipelago consisting of 36 islands with an area of 36 square kilometer. Its capital is Kavaratti. Talking about the history, Lakshadweep was formed on 1st November 1956 during the reorganization of Indian state. The Lakshadweep island was separated from Malabar and organized into a separate union territory for administrative purpose. Talking about the famous places of tourism, Kadmat Island, Kavaratti Island, Agatti Island, Minicoy Island, Chetland are the famous places of tourism. Who is not fond of food, ladies and gentlemen? We have musk kebab, octopus fry, fish tikka, fish pakoda, masu podichadu. Talking about the dance forms of Lakshadweep, Kolkali, Parichagali are the 2 popular folk art forms in Lakshadweep. The traditional dress of Lakshadweep is fairly simple, with men wearing white colored lungis with it end stitched together and women wearing kachi. Talking about the important information, first of all, literacy rate of Lakshadweep is 92.28 and surprisingly, there are 0 cases of COVID-19 patients. Lakshadweep gross territorial domestic product is $60 million US. Talking about the fun facts of Lakshadweep, out of 39 islands, only 10 islands are inhabited and remaining have no population. Coconut is only crop of economic importance. Islam is the chief religion of this territory and more than 90% of population is of Muslims. The state, which has remained free of disease COVID-19, which has affected more than 5 million people globally. Nandi, namaskaram.
Thank you, Abhijit. It was 99% fun and 1% land. One must enjoy the adrenaline rush at these islands. All right, so moving ahead. Sometimes you come across the places which are beyond your imagination. You just have to walk deep into the nature and you will always receive what you are always seeking for. If the magnificence of mountains give power to you to move, if the green plates of grass leaves you mesmerized, if the festivities of the locals fill you with rejoice, if the society that has no one intrudes drifts you, if you find fun in simple things of nature, then you know your soul is alive and you are in Nagaland. Nagaland e Aroba Pelashi Shah Agizakar. Welcome to Nagaland. Now, requesting Vignesh to come and start representing Nagaland.
Hey bro, let us go to Nagaland. No Baba, no. I heard so many things about Nagaland. I'm not gonna come. Are yaar, aajao. Now let me show you the brighter side of Nagaland. I welcome you all to Nagaland, the land of festivals. And firstly, let us talk about the history of Nagaland. Nagaland has received its first statehood on 1st December 1963 and it became the 16th state in India. And it is one among the smallest states present in India. It is the hill vibrant state of India. And now let us discuss about the tourism places of Nagaland. Here you can see the tourist spots of Nagaland. Here you can have the virtual experience of Zuko Valley and Saramati Mountains. Here the youngsters finding their adventure in the Zuko Valley, which makes them feel more adventurous and thrilled. The Saramati mountain view. you just fall in love with this mountains view. And the special thing is, these all images are being captured by one of our participants to make you feel the virtual experience. And now, let us talk about the cuisine of Nagaland. Nagaland has 16 major tribes and many more minor tribes, but the cuisine just makes you mouth water. Here you can see Zuto, the fermented drink, pork, red fat chilies, bamboo shoots, and the fermented soya beans. I definitely like to visit Nagaland for its adventures and its cuisine. And definitely the dance forms. Yes, as Nagaland has 16 major tribes and many more minor tribes, here you can have the virtual experience of the dance forms. Look at the grace, look at their coordination, look at their expressions. They enjoy their festival with their dance forms, which make us feel the culture of Nagaland, which makes me fall in love with Nagaland's culture. And the dress. Yes, the Nagaland costumes are very attractive and colorful. The decorative shawls of Nagaland are very popular traditional dresses among the other traditional dress. Here, you can have the virtual experience of the Hornbill Festival, showcasing the culture of Nagaland. This is the festival that is celebrated among the Nagaland, very huge, and I should say, you will just find the culture of Nagaland during the Hornbill Festival. And yes, now let us discuss about the revenue status. Nagaland has increased its GDP 9.9% annually for last decade, and it has a minute affected by the COVID, but with a good recovery rate. It has an overall literacy rate of 80.1%, and hospitals 11, as it is a smaller state. And now let me say why you should visit Nagaland. It has created a Guinness World Record of the hottest chili pepper, which is 400 times hotter than tobacco sauce. Christianity prevails always here. English is the official language. And especially Nagaland is the only place which has airport and cemetery, which is constructed during the World War. And ab bolo bhai, all the rumors have been wiped out from your head, right? Now, let us visit Nagaland after the pandemic. Thank you.
Very well said, Vignesh. But this indeed, the Nagaland was the land of festivals, and you presented very well. So now, requesting Mr. J. Mohammed from Nagaland to please come forward. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. So how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good.
So how was this Nagaland presentation?
I should say Vignesh has done quite a good amount of research on Nagaland.
True, sir.
And he has collected quite a good enough data about Nagaland. And one thing I should say that his presentation was quite good.
True.
And very impressive. And as he said in the beginning that people, they are scared to come here, डरते हैं यहाँ पे आने के लिए. But then I should say that I would put Nagaland at #1 in hospitality.
True, very much.
The people here are very loving. Although we have varied tribe, 18 tribes are there. But you see, we have one common festival, Hornbill Festival. So it's good. Presentation is good, quite good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, sir. Indeed, sir. It is land of festivals. And yes, sir. So first question which I would like to ask. Yeah.
One thing I just slightly missed out. Nagaland, in Kohima, we have got one of the largest village in Asia.
Oh, wow.
That is called as Bada Basti.
Bada Basti. Okay. So thank you, sir, for this sharing this amazing fact with us. And sir, I would now like to ask you, what is the education quality in Nagaland? So first of all, congratulations to you for your, contribution to the world of education for past 26 years. So I hope that you will keep continuing and shaping all the youth of the Nagaland. So yes, sir, what is the education quality of Nagaland?
As far as question is concerned, I think we are at par with the rest of the country. Although it is quite a small state, but then here the initiative taken by the government where free and compulsory education till 14th year of age. And every nook and corner of Nagaland, even the smallest and remotest village has got a school.
True.
And government has set up all these things. That is why I think that Vignesh also, he mentioned about the literacy rate. 80 point. So when we see the male-female ratio. 991 female per 1,000 male. And when you visit any of the school, any government offices, India has 33% women reservation, but in Nagaland, it is, I think, more than 66%, only female. So we are putting more effort on female education. So it's improving quite a lot.
All right, sir. So, sir, next thing, do you think that Nagaland should invest more in tourism?
Definitely. Because last year's data, when the Hornbill Festival, which is held every year from 1st till 10th of December, we had more than 4 to 5 lakhs visitors.
True.
Around 20,000 tourists we had from foreigners.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of place. Now, Vignesh has mentioned about Zuku Valley. Can you imagine climbing 25,000 staircases, and the happiness that you feel after reaching at the top is just unimaginable. So these are the things government is already taking initiative. Now, earlier we did not have travel and tourism as subject in the school, but now the Nagaland board has introduced this one because we want to make this tourism as more industry sort of thing for Nagaland.
True, sir. So I hope that you liked the Nagaland presentation.
Definitely.
And so before you leave us, I would like to say to you, Apuni Kinika Ase. If you, I'm still learning Nagaland language, and I hope I become perfect in coming days.
Okay, please come here, visit once. You'll really enjoy it.
I will. So I've also learned one major line that Nagaland I aroba pelashishi agizaka. That is welcome to Nagaland, right?
That's out from the out tribe.
Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you, sir, for joining us. It's such an honor to have you here today at this platform. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
So from now, my co-host Govardhan will take over. Over to you, Govardhan.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आकांक्षा। और अब मैं आपको ले चलता हूं एक ऐसे राज्य में जिसे मैसूर वंश का घर कहा जाता है, जहां हैदर अली और टिप्पू सुल्तान जैसे शासकों ने अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ लगातार 4 लड़ाइयां लड़ी। जी हाँ, मैं बात कर रहा हूं केरला के बारे में। और अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा स्वाति को कि वो आए और हमें केरला के बारे में बताएं।
श्याम सुंदर गिर केदार भूमि, God's own country or a heaven on earth, place full of greenery and streams. O Kerala, God created you with utmost care. ദൈവത്തിന്റെ സ്വന്തം നാട്ടിലേക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. Kerala, the God's own country, is located to the south of India. It is a tropical paradise of waving coconut trees, backwaters, and lush greenery. Going to the history of the state, Kerala was the place where Vasco da Gama landed for the first time in India, and this colonization started here. The state of Kerala was born on 1st of November 1956, and thus the day is celebrated as Kerala Piravi. There are many historical places in the state, but some of the most important amongst them are Bekal Fort, St. Francis Cathedral, Purangade Puramulluru Nadu Nammude Nadu. Yes, Thrissur, which is very famous for its Thrissur Puram, etc. Kerala is the home for some of the most authentic foods. Kerala Sadhya is famous all over the country. In addition to that, there are numerous other mouth-watering savories in the state. Now, when it comes to the traditional clothes, the Settu Sari and the Kasavu Munda, which is mostly handloom, are very famous. Other than that, the state is known for its indigenous martial art form of Kalari Paita. Kerala is the birthplace of some of the most exotic dance forms in our country, including Mohiniyattam, Theyyam, Kudiyattam, Kathakali, Nadodi Nirttam, etc. The revenue status of the Kerala is almost 9.78 lakh crore, and the state is popularly known for its highest literacy rate in the whole country of almost 96.2%. And Kerala is fighting COVID-19 quite hardly, as recently Kerala Health Minister Srimati Shailaja Teacher received the worldwide recognition for her effective measures taken in the state. Some of the interesting facts about Kerala is that it is one of the cleanest cities in India. Sri Padmanabha Swami Kshetra, which is in Thiruvananthapuram, is the wealthiest temple in the whole world. It is called the paradise of Ayurveda. Above all, the state has the highest literacy, as we all know in this country. It is known as the Spice Coast of India. സഹ്യസാനു ശ്രുതി ചേർത്തു വെച്ച മണിവീണയാണിന്റെ കേരളം നീലസാഗരമതിന്റെ തന്ത്രിയിൽ ഉണരുന്നു സ്വരസാന്ത്വനം കേരളം കേരളം നന്ദി നമസ്കാരം.
तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद स्वाति हमें केरला की सैर करवाने के लिए। और अब मैं आपको ले चलता हूं उड़ीसा में। यह एक ऐसा राज्य है जिसे भाषाई तौर पर अलग राज्य बनाया गया। और अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा आकांक्षा को कि वो आए और हमें उड़ीसा की सैर करवाएं।
कोरोना संकट पर भारतीय सरकार का बड़ा ऐलान। हिंदुस्तान को बचाने के लिए पूरे भारत में लगाया गया लॉकडाउन। And with this started the frustrating time of the year. Past the 6 months and here we are today. So now, what is the one thing that you all are looking for? Are you looking for peace? So get ready for Odisha, also known as the land of Nirvana. Talking about history, Odisha was conquered by Ashoka king of the Mauryan dynasty in his very famous Kaling War. Coming to tourism, riding through the sun and the sunset. Give yourself a minute and wait until the sun goes down. Here's a fiery sunset that a Mayur Bunch and the Sun Temple has to offer. Another tourist spot includes Akhol and the Eastern Ghats. It is said, if you love food, you are a perfect traveler. So coming to the cuisine of Odisha, it includes rasagulla, crab curry, china poda, induri pitha, rice and fish, and chakoli pitha. State is incomplete without traditional dress. Talking about dress, most of the women wear saris, but the Bonda tribal women have their own traditional dress. Talking about dance, you can virtually see the expression, hand movement, and different gestures of Odia dance on your screen now. Also, Gochipua dance, Chatigoda dance, and Danda Nata are among the traditional dance forms of Odisha. Now, talking about the revenue status. As the statistics on your screen shows, the revenue of Odisha is rupees 1.24 lakh crore rupees. The literacy rate in Odisha is 72.9%. And if we talk about COVID-19 status, the state is doing quite good with a recovery rate. The hospital status in Odisha is 2,501. Now, telling you about the fun and facts about the state. Hirakund Dam, the 4th largest in the world, situated in western Odisha. The Bichkarnika Park on Odisha coast hosts a rare distinction of world's largest saltwater crocodile, measuring about 23 feet long. Odissi is one of the oldest surviving dance forms of the world. The region is also known as Utkala and is mentioned in India's national anthem, Jan Gan Man. Now, before going, lines on motherland, Odisha. Bay of Bengal in the east kisses the feet of mother. Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra is her neighbor. Bhaji Road and Dharampada rewritten in the history, although dead golden name waving flag of victory. So yes, this was the land of exotic beaches. There is a surprise at every corner. This was Odisha, India's best kept secret. Thank you.
तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आकांक्षा आपका हमें उड़ीसा की सैर करवाने के लिए। और अब मैं आपको ले चलता हूं एक पहाड़ी प्रदेश अरुणाचल प्रदेश में। अरुणाचल प्रदेश के पश्चिम में भूटान, उत्तर में पूर्व में म्यांमार और दक्षिण में असम है। अरुणाचल प्रदेश का कोई लिखित रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, लेकिन इस संपूर्ण क्षेत्र में प्रशासन की शुरुआत आजादी के बाद ही हुई। प्रदेश का आधुनिक इतिहास 24 फरवरी 1826 को ये दाबू संधि के बाद असम से ब्रिटिश शासन लागू होने के बाद शुरू हुआ। और अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा धानवी को कि वो आए और हमें अरुणाचल प्रदेश की सैर करवाएं।
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मात्र रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 namo namah. Good afternoon everyone. Today I Dhanvi Bharadwaj welcome you all to the land of rising sun Arunachal Pradesh, which is also known as land of downlit mountains. It is the northeastern state of India, borders with Assam and Nagaland on the south, shares international borders with Bhutan in the west, Myanmar in the east, and disputed border with China in the north. Itanagar being the state capital along with the largest city in the state. Now let's go back and talk about some history. During the 1962 Indian-Sino War, most of Arunachal Pradesh was temporarily captured by the Chinese People Liberation Army. The residents of Arunachal Pradesh belong to 5 Tani tribes supposedly descended from Abotani. Apart from these groups, other type 2 Burman groups also occupied different regions of the state. Now, coming to the historical and beautiful places in Arunachal Pradesh, which you all must visit, are Eta Fort, Tawang Monastery, Bhagwan Parasuram Kund, Tawang War Memorial, Bomdila Monastery, and Kal Chakra Gompa Temple. Now, let's take a step ahead and know about delicious food over there, which you all must eat when you visit there. Pika Pila, which is a famous type of pickle, Pehek, which is a side dish delicacy of Arunachal Pradesh. Apong is rice beer. Likewise, we have marwa, chura sabzi, bamboo shoot, rice, also mentioned in the menu of Arunachal Pradesh. Moving forward with some dance and music, in Arunachal Pradesh, dance and music are an essential part of their lives. They dance and sing only on some special occasions like weddings and festives. Arunachal Pradesh exhibits cultural diversity when it comes to clothing. So let's go and talk about their traditions. Being a tribal state, there are many tribes and each having their own set of customs and traditions. The tribes of Arunachal Pradesh are known for thieving. That's why biggest handloom industry is a thriving industry over there. At current prices, the GDP of Arunachal Pradesh is estimated to be 299.74 lakh crore rupees and literacy rate is 65.4%. The COVID-19 status of Arunachal Pradesh is estimated to have 1,964 active cases, 5,408 total person cured, and 13 deaths. Now, taking a last step forward to the fun and interesting facts about Arunachal Pradesh, and you will be surprised to know that even the domestic tourists need a special permit to enter. Initially, it was known as NEFA, and it is also believed that Lord Parashuram washed away his sins of killing Kshatriyas. The state is inhabited by 26 major tribes and 100 sub-tribes, and it has a forest cover of 82%. Now, I would like to conclude my presentation by saying few lines. जब मुल्ला को मस्जिद में राम नजर आए, जब पंडित को मंदिर में रहमान नजर आए, सूरत ही बदल जाए इस दुनिया की अगर इंसान को इंसान में इंसान नजर आए. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.
तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद धानवी, हमें इतने महत्वपूर्ण तथ्य अरुणाचल प्रदेश के बारे में बताने के लिए. और इससे आगे का सफर मैं अपने सहयोगी आकांक्षा पे छोड़ता हूँ. जी आकांक्षा.
Thank you, Govardhan. So, if you're back for more of your ocean and for the most stunning beaches that you have ever seen, then it's time to visit Goa. It finds its way into everyone's heart because there's a truly something for everyone. So, requesting Anirudh to please come forward and take us to the smallest state of India, Goa. Over to you, Anirudh.
People say we are small. We say we are mighty. Deo Baro Disdeo. I am Anirudh Sarkar, and this is the story of India's smallest state, Goa. Mythologically formed by Lord Parshuram, Goa has been central to numerous iconic dynasties. The Mauryan Empire in the 3rd century BC, followed by the Indo-Parthians, the Vijayanagar Empire, and the Bahmani Kingdom, leading up to 450 years of Portuguese control before Indian statehood. Let's take a glimpse of the sights to see. The amazing Portuguese landmarks are scattered all over the northern regions of the state. The St. Augustine ruins, Immaculate Conception Church, Aguada Fort, Basilica of Bom Jesus are to just name a few. While the southern regions boast more than just scenic beaches. Like history, visit the St. Cadjan Church and the Tambishola Mahadev Temple. More of a nature lover, roam among big cats in Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary and feast your eyes on the Dudhsagar Falls. Talking of feasts, Goan food has a heavy Portuguese influence. Like pork vindaloo, the seafood dominates the rest. Prawn balchao, kingfish, crab zegzeg are a few hidden gems. All the foodies, be sure to remember. Coming to traditions, the Goan outfits traditionally are a cross between multiple Indian states. The Fugri dancers hold the Indian at heart, while the Shigmo pays homage to the Portuguese history. All comes together in the iconic Goan carnival. Look out for the traditional shell handicrafts being sold all around. Those are tremendously beautiful. Getting down to numbers, Goa's literacy rate is in the high 80s for both men and women. Nearly 140% increase in foreign tourist influx has kept the $10 billion economy strong. The pandemic hit hard, with a record of 800 new cases in one single day. The 30.5 thousand confirmed cases have seen a 24.3 thousand recoveries till date, with 5.8 thousand souls still in it for the fight of their lives. Did you know Goa celebrates multiple Independence Days, 15th August and 19th of December, Goan Independence. It has a diverse bird life, Asia's largest church, and India's second highest waterfalls. The official language of Goa, Konkani, can be written in 5 different scripts. And it is also rated as the safest state for women in India. I would like to end by saying, oh beauty Goa, you're not just a state, you're a state of mind. The Pole of the Orient welcomes us all. The experience of a lifetime is just one trip away. Thank you all. Dev Barodisdio.
Thank you, Aniran. No wonder they call it holiday capital. Goa, see more and be more. There is a saying that wherever you go with all of your heart. Welcome to Mizoram, the land of Blue Mountain, with the silent city of India. Yes, you heard it right. So requesting Sparsh to please come forward and show the magnetic Mizoram.
Mizoram is a state in northeastern India with Aizawl as its capital city. The name is derived from Mizo, the name of the native inhabitants, and Ram, which means land, and thus Mizoram means land of the Mizos. Coming to the history, Mizoram was also known as Lushai Hills district of Assam before it was renamed as Mizo Hills district in 1954. In 1972, it became a centrally administered union territory under the name of Mizoram, and in 1987, it achieved statehood. Mizoram is considered to be one of the safest places to travel in India. The Mizos are peace-loving and hospitable by nature. Some of the best places to visit in Mizoram are Fiaratui, Tomb of Vahnimilian, Solomon Temple, Chwangungi Langwa, and Lumsaipuk. Beautifully carved out of mountainous hills lying in northeastern region, the caves of Mizoram are amongst the most sought-after tourist destinations, and you should definitely visit Pugzin Cave. The food of Mizoram can be seen as a mixture of North Indian and Chinese element. This blend gives it a unique taste and will make you remember your meal long after you have eaten it. Mostly, the food preparations here are non-vegetarian. However, they consume fair share of vegetables along with their meals. Generally, the food is served on banana leaves. For the ones who loves to explore different cultures and traditions, Nagotike is a type of puma which can be wrapped around the waist. At first, it was worn by Mizoram men only, but now it can be worn by both men as well as women. The state is famous for various dance forms, which you can see on a screen. Coming to the economic facts, Mizoram is one of the fastest growing economies in India, with per capita income of above rupees 50,000. Mizoram is second most literate state in India, with Sarship and Aizawl districts being the most literate districts in India, with literacy rate of above 98%. The state is doing a great job in controlling the pandemic, as there is zero amount of deaths until this day. The total number of hospitals in the state are 63. Now, to quench your thirst of curiosity, here are some of the fun facts about the state. Aizawl is the first city in India to adopt no honking policy. The people living on Mizo Hills are called Kukis. Majority of the tribes in Mizoram migrated to the state from neighboring countries dating back to 1500 AD. Mizoram is one of the leading producers of bamboo in India, having about 27 species of bamboo. Mizoram has many traditional dances. Some of them are Chera, Kuluam, Chiliam, Chai, etc. Mizoram holds the distinction of being the second most literate state in India after Kerala. I have fallen in love with the state and will definitely visit it in the future. What about you? Thank you.
Thank you, Sparsh, for taking us to the one of the most disciplined and literate state of India. Every site and place in this state is worth watching and capturing. Truly, you will never regret visiting this state. All right, with this, moving ahead. When I open my eyes to a day of leave, the nature's abode is where I want to be. Enchanted by its scenic charms, I desire to bask in blissful arms. Beauty, adventure, peace, and culture, and my inner call. I am the heart, and I desire it all. Yes, Madhya Pradesh, the heart of incredible India. Sab kuch jo dil chahe. So, welcoming Nancy to come forward and take us to Madhya Pradesh.
Namaskar. I heartily welcome you all to Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh, as the name suggests, is a state in central India with its capital as Bhopal that borders the state of Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, and Rajasthan. Every place has its history. So, talking about its history, that is dominated by Nandas, Guptas, Mauryas during ancient period, followed by Rajput clans and later Malwa Sultan during medieval period that was further ruled by Mughal emperors until Britishers conquered the country and got independence in 1956. So let's visit the historical places of Madhya Pradesh. The great stupa of Sanchi that has become the most visited place, the Khajuraho group of temples, Gwalior Fort, Tajul Masjid that is one of the famous and largest mosques in the country that is built by Bahadur Shah. Talking about Madhya Pradesh food, which will definitely water your mouth, which includes malpua, that is a dish made up of flour, fried in ghee, and then dipped in sugar syrup. Mawa Bati is a dish that defines the sweet dish of Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is rich in its traditions and cultures. Men used to wear dhoti and women used to wear lehenga choli with pajeb, that is an ornament that is well famous for its lovely sound and design. Dance forms of Madhya Pradesh are Manch, Matki dance, Jawara, Ara, Khara, Girda dance, etc. Talking about revenue and literacy rate, that includes a GDP of 9.62 lakh crore and a 10th GDP rank. Literacy rate is 69.32%, where male literacy is 78.73% and female literacy is 59.24%. There has been a major outbreak due to COVID-19 situation, devastating the overall income of the state. Total number of cases is 24,842, which includes 770 deaths and 16,836 recoveries as reported on 22 July 2020. There are many fun facts about the state, but talking about the interesting ones, Hindustan Ka Dil Dekho is a famous catchphrase of Madhya Pradesh. After Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh is the second largest state by area. Reservoir of all the rivers in the state flows from Ganges from the direction of south to north. Madhya Pradesh is considered as the state with the largest bands of tribals. Hope you like the presentation. Dhanyavad.
बिन बिन यहाँ की भाषा बिन चाहे प्रवेश फिर भी हृदय देश कहलाता अपना मध्य प्रदेश. Thank you, Nancy, for taking us to Madhya Pradesh. With this, moving ahead, welcome to the glorious legacy of dynasties. Welcome to the rich confluence of cultures. Welcome to the pristine natural beauty. Welcome to Telangana. Requesting Abhijit to come forward and take us to Telangana. Over to you, Abhijit.
Hello, Meru Ella Unnaru. Telangana culture combines cultural customs from Persian traditions embedded during the rule of region by the Mughals, Qutub Shahis and Nizams, with prominent and predominantly South Indian traditions and customs. The state has a rich tradition in classical music, painting and folk art such as Burakhatha, shadow puppet show, Perini Shiva Tandavam, Gosadi dance and Kolatalam. Talking about the history, ignited us with the fire of divide and rule in those days, learning the bloodshed riots at the borders till date. The selfish leaders using the same stirred the minds of innocent with the notion of Pratyeka Telangana, made victims of present chaos, is not the rat race of opposition, if not pay tribute to Constitution, upholding unity in diversity. Talking about the historical places, Charminar, Golconda Fort, Qutub Shahi Tombs, Chahumalla Palace, Falaknuma Palace, Birla Mandir, Nagarjuna Sagar, Bahangir Fort, Warangal Fort, Khammam Fort. Who is not fond of food, ladies and gentlemen? We have Mallidalu, Polelu, Gari Jalu, Pachi Pulusu, Cheggudilu, Sakinalu, Hyderabadi Biryani, Kubani Ka Meeta. Talking about the Telangana clothes, men in Telangana commonly like to wear dhoti and kurta, whereas women prefer sari, beautifully designed handloom made saris with rich ethnicity and texture. Telangana is well known for the production of silk saris. Perini Shiva Tandavam and Bonalu is an ancient dance form from Telangana. Perini Shiva Tandava is a dance form usually performed by males. It is called Dance of Warriors and it is dedicated to supreme dancer Lord Shiva. Bonalu, the folk festival of Bonalu, is the Telangana region brings it celebration which see the colorfully dressed female dancers. Talking about the literacy rate of Telangana, it is 72.8 and having a GDP of 3,200 US dollars. Talking about the COVID patients, it has 181,000 plus cases and recovered status is 150,000. There are 116 hospitals in which 61 government and 55 private are there. Talking about the Telangana facts, Telangana is 29th state of India. Telangana has itself 33 districts. Telangana is 12th largest and 12th populated state. It is famous for Golconda and has nearby mines which produces many diamonds. Temple in Warangal districts has 1,000 pillars. It is covered with 5 states. And claiming a separate identity, Telangana woman was famous. Jaya Jaya He Telangana Janani Jaya Ketanam Mukkoti Gontakalu Ukkataina Chetanam Taratarala Charitagala Talli Niranjanam Patijillala Nipillalu Parapranami Shubhatarunam Jai Telangana Jai Telangana. Dhanyavadalu. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.
Telangana, truly an artistic fascination and a historian's obsession, is unmistakably a must-see on your itinerary. Thank you, Abhijit. So now I would like to request Mr. Harish sir to please come forward and tell us something about the event. Harish sir?
Okay. A very
Sir,
good
how was
afternoon
the
to
whole year?
yes. First of all, I would like to wish good afternoon to each of the guests present here. Okay, and I would like to congratulate. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Perfectly audible.
Okay. And I would like to congratulate TechOns for hosting such a wonderful event, Ekatra Bharat. Okay. I was literally mesmerized by after watching the different PPTs and presentations from students. Okay, and I would really congratulate all of them for coming up with such nice presentations and giving such wonderful insights about every state. Even frankly speaking, even I didn't know so much of about many states, their culture, and their cuisines, their delicacies, their dance forms. And especially when I heard the speech of Mr. Hota from Chhattisgarh, and he gave so much of insights about Chhattisgarh. India predominantly has been famous around the globe for its cultural heritage, dance forms, for its cuisines, for its food, for its languages, for its tribal areas, tribal people. So of course, coming up with presentations is one thing, and secondly, I would like to say that the responsibility to save this culture, to save this heritage, lies on all of you people. Okay, lies on all of the generations, the present generation and the generations to come. Okay, so I really like this event and I was happy to be a part of it and judge this event. Okay, although it was Sunday, but yes, I really enjoyed it. Okay, and I really thank all the participants for coming up with their ideas, giving up their presentation, showing their presentations to us. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now with this, I would like to thank all the guests of honor who joined us today, Dr. Satyajit Huda, Dr. Meena Malik, Mr. J. Mohammed, and Ms. Elton Thoi, and Mr. Haris from Lovely Professional University. Thank you everyone for joining us and giving your valuable time to us.
I just want to say, Maharashtra is left, no?
So it's, yeah, actually the person who is presenting the Maharashtra is not available. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that's why
He's not well, actually. We got this information just 1 hour ago, yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you so much.
So with this, we have landed to the end of part A of Ekatra Bharat. I would like to thank you all the guests of honor and judges once again who gave us their valuable time and joined us in this session. Sorry, thank you, hello, hi. से मेरा ना कोई नाता है, भारत देश है मेरा और ये धरती मेरी माता है. भिन्न भिन्न भाषाएं यहाँ, भिन्न भिन्न प्रदेश हैं, चाल डाल अनेक हो लेकिन रंग सबका देसी है. जय जवान जय किसान के लगते यहाँ नारे हैं. हम हैं भारत के वासी और भारत देश हमारा है. ना झुकना सीखा है हमने, ना डरना सीखा है. देश में रहकर केवल प्यार करना सीखा है. जो भी आया इस देश में, देश उसे अपनाता है. बच्चा बच्चा इस देश का धरती के गुणगान गाता है. सॉरी, थैंक यू, हेलो, हाय से मेरा ना कोई नाता है. भारत देश है मेरा और ये धरती मेरी माता है. Congratulations once again to all the participants. We are soon going to begin with the part B of the event, Ekatra Bharat. Thank you everyone for joining us to this virtual tour of Incredible India. I hope that you all learned many things about different states and different union territories. So discover your India, that's truly all yours. So on the behalf of Ekatra Bharat Airlines and the entire crew of student organization Techions, I would like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to see you on board again. Thank you and have a nice day.